Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 593. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but you need some help getting it done, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Writer Wednesday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are, and really my three pillars, writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Creativity is not a talent. It is not a talent, it is a way of operating. What I mean is this. Creativity is not an ability that you either have or do not have. John Cleese. I totally agree with that. I talked about that earlier this week. I think it was Monday's episode. So once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving week. And welcome to my continuing Writer Wednesday series, where every Wednesday I try to share some of the highlights of my process for developing and writing books. And then I give you three sort of questions or action items, some way that you can apply the information to the writing of your own book. And today's topic is related to something that many of you are doing. I know many of you listening are wrapping up NaNoWriMo 2020. And for those who don't know, that stands for National Novel Writing Month. And this is where brave, committed authors everywhere, not just novelists, also nonfiction authors, they aim to write a 50,000-word book in the 30 days of November, which breaks down to roughly 1,600 words a day, every single day. So for today's Writer Wednesday, what I'm going to share with you are three ways that you can apply what I feel like are the best principles of NaNoWriMo to your own writing in small doses year-round. Number one, as I just mentioned, in order to hit the target word count for NaNoWriMo, this requires writing about 1,600 words a day, every day. And I'm sure the intent here is along the lines of the Mark Zuckerberg famous quote about moving fast and breaking things. In other words, if you're writing 1,600 words a day, 7 days a week, and even more if you miss any days along the way, so then you have to like double up and triple up and all that, I'm thinking it's impossible to get slowed down by your inner critic or your internal editor. You're going too fast. All you can do at that pace is write, and then wait until the end of the month to, survey the damage. So outside of NaNoWriMo, if you are a person who is struggling with getting frequently slowed down in your writing by your inner critic and all that kind of, self-talk and internal editor, all that stuff that slows you down and keeps you from moving forward in writing your book, why not try and break through that by doing mini NaNoWriMos? So when you find yourself in the pattern of starting and stopping due to perfection paralysis, here's something you can try. You can try following the principles of NaNoWriMo for a week at a time. So what you would do is set a daily word count that is high enough. So it might be a different number. It might not be 1,600. It might be, you need to pick a word count that is high enough to keep you moving fast and breaking things. So that where you literally don't have time to critique your work or even think about it. You just have to go just to meet that word count. Schedule those writing sessions on your calendar, of course, and then go. After even 7 days of working at this pace, hopefully you'll find a new habit forming. Maybe one that you've been working on, writing without editing, writing without overthinking. Just writing like your life depends on it, like you're on a treadmill that's out of control. So there's the first takeaway. Try doing a mini week-long, or even a couple weeks, depending on how long you can realistically do this, maybe over the holidays, 1 or 2 weeks where you're pretending you're a NaNoWriMo, you set a ridiculously high word count for yourself. When I say ridiculously, one that you can achieve, but you have to just write without stopping to achieve a daily word count. So see how this helps you make progress in breaking out of your overthinking habit. Number 2, another big aspect of NaNoWriMo is how heavily those who participate tend to lean on their author community. Specifically, others doing, NaNoWriMo, as they call themselves the Nanos. So they all, kind of come together so that they can support each other on this, kind of like marathon task. But why not use this idea of leaning on your author community as a cue to do this all year long for support, accountability, encouragement, help, all the time, not just 1 month a year. It's a very important thing. I mean, think about all the help that all the NaNos get during the month of November. Imagine if you did that year round, really relying on your author community. And of course, I have my Inc. Authors group on Facebook, and I will drop a link to that in the show notes. That's just one example of the many awesome author communities out there. Number 3, finally, a lesson you can take from NaNoWriMo year-round. Make sure you're always working toward a clearly defined goal. And okay, that might set the bar a little too high. I know I just, clearly defined goal. What? Don't freak out. How about making sure you're always working toward some sort of goal or purpose or mission or something when it comes to your writing? It might even just be a learning exploration toward acquiring a new writing skill or an idea. But the point is to have some sort of emerald city at the end of the yellow brick road. With Nano, it's so clear, 50,000 words. But how can you translate that sort of specificity of goals to your day-to-day writing throughout the year so that you're always working towards your version of the Emerald City? Overall, work with curiosity, fascination, purpose, and intention every day of the year. And that's where you'll get the best results, my fellow authors. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And like I mentioned a little while ago, make sure you drop in Inc. Authors, my group on Facebook, so you can connect with your author community. Let us know how we can support your writing goals. Until tomorrow, happy writing.